if y'all think that I'm going to wish y'all a Happy New Year, I will, but I'm not at the same time. Cue the intro.
Anybody can see my snap on this.
So like I was saying, Happy New Year, but unhappy New Year. And the reason I say that is because for a while now, I've known that we live under the wrong calendar. Well, there's a lot of different proofs out there, whether you're religious or not. There's a lot of different proofs out there that we don't live under the correct calendar. Well, I think it was Julius Caesar who changed the calendar to what we all live under now, which is the Gregorian calendar. Well, the Gregorian calendar has 12 months, each month alternating between 30 and 31 days. Except February, which now that it's 2024, it's one of those weird years where if you were born on February 19th, then, or not February 19th, February 29th, wow, I'm retarded. I don't know why in the hell I'm thinking about February 19th for some reason. It's not my birthday. Anyways, where if you were born on February 29th, maybe, I don't know, back in, 1902, you're only like 21 years old now. Don't hold me to that. Even though you look 91 or 101. No. You would be 120 something. Anyways, I'm not doing math right now. So I have to believe in the Gregorian calendar because that's what everybody goes off of. That's what businesses go off of. That's what the government goes off of. I don't believe in the government. The government. Fuck the IRS. The original calendar, the Aramaic calendar, time itself has been so screwed up that we don't really know what year it really is. Now, the Hebrews don't even go off of really go off of the same year we do. I mean, they do, but they don't. So I think for them, the year is like 5,008 or 986 or something like that. You can look up the Hebrew year, or I can just make it pop up in the video. Their calendar never really started over at the birth of Christ. It just kept going. It ended up counting up from 0 rather than counting up from. Anyways, so before Christ, apparently time was counting down, and then after Christ was born, it started counting up. That's what some people believe. But the original calendar is 13 months of 28 days. Each month has 28 days. And there's like only like 364 days in a year. And one of those extra days that brings it to 365 days is leap year. Anyways. There has been so many time changes. And then on top of that, we've had daylight savings time start and end, and like some countries don't even celebrate that. I think there's only one country in the world that still go somewhat off of the old world calendar, and that's Ethiopia. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ethiopia is actually 6 or 7 years behind us, behind the rest of the world. And they're still living off of flip phones. But anyways, not trying to get off subject. When it comes to the old world calendar, the calendar before it was changed, people can't decide on when the first of the year is. But most of them, not all, say that the reason why April 1st is called April Fool's Day is because you're a fool to believe that it's not the first of the year. Because if you really think about it, why, for the rest of the world, why does every single year start over when everything is dead? Literally, think about it. Why does the calendar start over? Why do we ring in the new year in the dead of winter rather than in the spring or closest to the spring when everything is growing and new? Hopefully some of y'all catch my drift here. And then, other conspiracies like Jesus' birth, people said anywhere between, or Yeshua's birth, they say it was anywhere between summer and September 11th. Like Ethiopia, I think Ethiopia's actual New Year is on September 11th. So when we, like here in America, we were mourning the loss of lives in 2001, or when, freaking out about, in my own personal opinion, lies perpetrated by the U.S. government, and one of the royal bloodlines, who just so happened to take out a pretty big insurance policy on those two towers weeks before 9/11 happened. Anyways, Ethiopia was celebrating their new year. So even though I have to live under the Gregorian calendar, I still, in my head, in my soul, in my heart, I believe that I'm not living in present time. I'm either living in the future or I'm living in the past. It sounds weird and it makes me sound a little crazy, but and I may be a little crazy, but I can assure you that mostly because of the fact that the whole world is centered around it being 2024, and today's date is January 14th. It's, I have to live by the Gregorian calendar, even though the calendar is not correct. So, like I said, Happy New Year to y'all, but it's not a Happy New Year to me. Because in my head, I actually believe that the calendar was changed. And, you know, like I said, there are proofs out there of it being changed. The Mayan calendar, which they're now dead, clearly, and other old civilizations that they had uncovered, they all went off of a 13-month, 28-day cycle. The moon has 28-day cycles. Women's periods typically have a 28-day cycle. So it, you know, there's a lot of 28-day cycles out there that go with a 13-month calendar of 28 days. Turtles. So in the Bible, it actually says that all of creation glorifies God and they sing of his praises. Turtles, on the backs of turtles, I can't remember how it's set up, but if you look at the lines on the back of turtles, like full-grown turtles, I think the inside of the turtle, inside the lines of the turtle, there are 13 different like circles, or, you know, however it's projected on their back. And then there's 28 small circles around the back of the turtle. That's another proof. Now, not always, but most turtles do have that. 13 bigger in the center and 28 around the outside. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I believe differently than a lot of people. Just like another topic that I'm not going to get into at the moment. But anyways, it's that time again. As always, like and follow the page if you haven't already. Comment, react, share, and I'll see you on the next one.
Symphony, and you and I, we got history, yeah.